the unorganized handloom sector, the unorganized power loom sector, and the organized mill sector. Madam, you would have observed from the speech made here that there are some inherent contradictions in the interests of the various sectors. Some members have, in the same breath, tried to support all the sectors, and obviously there have been contradictions in their arguments and their presentation. If you want higher prices for the cotton grower, how can you expect reasonable prices of cotton yarn for the handloom and powerloom sectors? History of Indian industry dates back to the history of mankind. Indian handicrafts, which manufactured in village huts and houses all over the country, were praised in foreign countries. The real beginning of modern industries in India is recognized with the establishment of cotton textile industry at Mumbai in 1854. But post-independence witnessed a change in character and purpose of industrialization, that is a shift from colonial exploitation and raw material based to industries for fast socio-economic development of India. This was channelized by a mixed economy with socialistic means and goals. Entitlement of receive provident fund amount of deceased employee, rival claims by father and widow of deceased employees, direction to obtain succession certificate from court. One subscriber acquires a family, then previous nomination shall be deemed to have come to an end. Subscriber had subsequently married respondent and acquired family. Petitioner cannot claim payment to entire GPF accumulation in his favor on a strength or earlier nomination made by subscriber. However, subscriber did not file any nomination in favor of respondent after cancelling previous nomination. GPF proof rules only contemplate who can be paid accumulation. They do not deal with entitlement of dependents of subscriber to get the same. No interference called for. Government's commitment to achieve full employment of our precious human resources as rapidly as possible and to accelerate our progress in the path towards economic self-reliance. With our new priorities, in order to meet the necessary import needs of our growing economy, we reiterate our commitment to the goal of rapid export expansion. As honorable members are aware for the current year, our export target is placed at rupees 5,700 crores, amounting to a growth rate of our export as high as 12 to 13%. Sir, the basic element of our new approaches are to shift our export mix towards the dynamic exports.